So my screen says, "Where should we begin?" This is ChatGPT. I stayed up really late last night trying to find the right language. If I learned the word interpolate today from Charlie Puth. um, what does it mean? No, I can't remember. Uh, but it was the right word to use for this situation, so it means that I can actually make connections. Who knows? Alexa, define interpolate.
The verb interpolate is usually defined as to introduce something additional or extraneous between other things or parts, interject, interpose, interpolate. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for interpolate.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How would I use that as far as language going too? Uh, so the task was, at least for me, I wanted to set up. I put a, I put a. What am I trying to say? I put a, I put a reminder to. Where did I even get the idea from? ADHD framework. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I was diagnosed with ADHD last year, and I had to chase it. I had to chase it for 6 years, um, more than that. Like I always knew that my thinking was a bit scattered, and it was hard for me to finish things, and I was always jumping from here to there to the other thing. And I thought, okay, maybe um, it's just. Well, it could have been addiction. People, anybody who's taken who does stimulants, is often seen as jumpy, jumpy, jumpy. But I was that way with or without. Um, and or at least energetic, and my mom always says, Jesus, tu anda eléctrico, and that's just me. um Under times of stress, it's way more, it's a way stronger. And I've been a full stress case since forever. No, that's not true. Since I guess about 2018. um Things have just been going here, there, the other way. And I haven't. Noise also distracts me. Sounds, textures, my body. Like at one point, I thought maybe I was on the spectrum because of my hyper sensitivity, right? And but I guess I also learned that people with ADHD need more stimulation in order to find that sort of zone. So, but things like you know the temperature, you notice everything: the temperature, the lighting, the you can see my scar here. Um that the fact that that is so weak. And I have this whole list of things that are here behind me that I want to. I was trying to sort of survey myself and understand what's really going on in my life. What have I done or not done in order to get to this place and feel like I'm not moving forward, even though I'm actively doing things. So, uh, for a while, I don't know. So I had to ask myself, but why am I asking myself? Um, Usually because of effort and intention, and a clear idea of what it is that I want to do, I'm able to achieve most things, or at least have an opportunity to try them. Um, Things stopped happening for me, and no matter how I pushed or changed or did or added or this or that or the other, or went in different directions, tried different approaches, things stopped happening. So it was okay. It was a good time for me to reflect. But not only that, I also feel crazy. Why do I feel crazy? I feel crazy because I've been hearing voices for better part of 13 years, but more recently, I feel like everyone can hear my voice now. um, the trick here is that I need confirmation. I want confirmation, but everyone's getting upset with me for wanting confirmation. They're like, no, 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 no. You need to publish something first. First you need to believe yourself. You need to know. So that way you don't need any external validation. You need to research. You need to research. So I start researching, but I'm not really finding what it is that I need, because I don't know of any other people who do the same thing. And all I'm really asking is, like, yeah, Right now, can you hear my voice in your head? Is it all the time? Is it freaky? Is it weird? Is it intrusive? Okay, if you can, that means a lot of things for me. It's sort of like my whole paradigm, my whole understanding of reality for the last 4 or 5 years has to shift. I was prepared for that, absolutely prepared for that. And maybe about almost yeah, 1 or 2, almost 2 years ago, I was like, okay, this is a real thing. Something's actually happening, so I'm going to pursue it. And I started meditating more, and I started, looking into this or that or the other. And I'm finding things about psychics, but in that context, psychics are people who find the future, or who can, divine your past. It's not telepathic. It's not like I'm sending my thoughts to you. And the people that I went to try, and there's people outside like arguing with me now as if I'm saying or thinking the wrong thing, or I'm not presenting it in a way that I ought to. Right? That these all these obstacles that I shouldn't be. But I mean, this here is confirmation, isn't it? This is proof. Why can't I get it from my family? Why can't I get it from you, whoever you are? Why you're listening? I'm getting a lot of messages, particularly in the areas that I need it. So thank you. You don't know how much these little details and all these little bits and bobs of lessons and information, particularly that's geared towards the things that I want to try, I want to do, I want to grow and be better in. And I suppose that, again, that's also confirmation. But as I was walking around today, I had a moment of like, okay, is that Lauren? Is that Lauren from high school? Oh, is this the lady I used to work with at the St. Francis? Maybe overnight she worked. Yeah, I would come in. I would come in. She'd be leaving, and then I went up and talked to her, and it wasn't the same woman. So I was like, wait, did they switch? I don't know. Maybe yes, no, perhaps. And then earlier that before that, I saw this couple sort of at the bus stop right here by my house, and I swear they were my former friend Yusuf's friends, and I'd gone out to shisha with them, and maybe that's where I recognized them from. And I went up and I said, "Hey, I don't know if you remember me or if this is maybe you're the same people, but I think you guys are friends with Yusuf, right?" I think it was Abs and Abdullah and I could remember her name, but they were like, no, no, don't know you, dude. I'm like, okay, maybe from somewhere else, is from a different like a different context. And then so I'm sitting here like, is that right? Like I can't am I a bit crazy? Maybe. But then I'm like, you know what? Okay, so I think I had a confirmation that this was somebody. I can't remember. I can't remember. Everything is jumbled, and things that should go in places that are like secure, they're not. They stay in that like, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. Maybe this is wrong. This is right. I got to file this later. And then things that are known are really difficult. Are really really difficult. Like I can't do simple things like cook food, write an email, uh, get my fridge fixed, or move flats, or go to the gym, or work out, or I just any or communicate with people, and that includes like guys I'm interested in. uh my social skills have gone, and I generally I'm quite at ease with people. Not these last few years. It's just because it's like I get this sense that, okay, all that's you're an illusion, and I don't understand who you are, or what we're supposed to how we're supposed to interact if I don't know who you are. So it's more than frustrating. It's undoing. It undoes me. And so I've had the chore, the task to try to put myself back together, but within the I I don't know where to anchor. I don't know who to hold on to say, okay, this is real. And my brother came and tore another chunk out of my head and my heart. My dad came, tore another chunk out of my head and my heart, and all the momentum, all the things that I thought I had gotten, like, I'm not, okay, I'm on the right path. They're saying it's drugs. They're saying it's using, and it's not only that, but it's like this and what happens in my bedroom. Is that really your business? Is that for you to decide? If you feel it is, come talk to me. Come speak with me. Hey, I don't know if you knew this, but we're hearing everything that's happening in your head, and it's some of your actions are disturbing, and it might prevent you, I don't know, from having something or getting something or being around people. I don't know, but I thought you should know because it's probably something we can figure out. Maybe probably something we can figure out together. But that's one way, and I get the rationale behind not wanting to, behind saying, okay, we're going to protect him. I love that. I love that impulse. But not only we're going to protect him, but we'll lie constantly to him. Maybe? Yes? Yes? So I don't know which are the lies. It's a lot. I know a lot of it are lies. Are lies. I don't know how much because again I don't know what the scope is. So anyway, I went with the assumption today that it was real. That it was fine. Like this is happening, so I could communicate this way. So I uh, I was going to the ATM. I reached out, thought, got a communication, said, okay, I'm going to base my plans on this communication. I got a confirmation. Uh, then I go back and I meet with someone else, and that's when that whole like confusion thing started. So I'm like, okay, if this isn't right, that was right. This isn't right. This must also be in question. So now I gotta refigure, reconfigure, and move things around and but I keep seeing people maybe that I know or people that know me or like looking at me with this like hi, hey, hey, hey. I'm like, I don't know if I know you, or if I do, I can't remember what context because everything in here's been jumbled around. And that's, I guess that's one half of it. The other half has been the long distance connections, which to me are valuable, more than valuable. It's a source of stress because I always have to be sort of careful that within the jumble, during the jumble, things became like ticks, and I started like thinking weird things and not with any intention, but strange like intrusive thoughts because I couldn't sit well. I also couldn't sift out what was mine and what was coming from the exterior, but it just became this exercise in okay, I don't want to think anything that's kind of weird, or if I'm attracted to you, I don't want to express that I'm attracted to you, and then and that's weird, and that makes you freak out, and you're not attracted to me, and there's this and that, and so it became this whole thing of like, okay, I'm going to keep everybody really far away until I figure out what is going on. Issues that I never had before. See, I read my hand. Issues that I never had to deal with before, like attraction. I sorted that out. I sorted that out. Uh, social skills, I'd sorted that out. That was done. Confidence in new areas, stepping out of my comfort zone, sorted that out. I looking foolish in front of whomever, just to either be silly or to play or to what, or being a beginner again because you're trying a new skill, sorted that out. So all these little tests now that are happening that are meant to give me confidence or meant to build me into something, they often go against my instincts. And so my instincts, trusting my instincts gives me confidence. Saying, okay, I'm looking at these people and I see a person, I see a guy, and I'm like, oh, I'm something about this person attracts me, so I'm going to go talk to him, and I do, and there's a chemistry, and we chat for a bit, and maybe I ask him out. Maybe he says yes, maybe he says no. More often than not, he said no, and that's fine. But I trusted my instinct and I went with it. If I'm being told to go and chase after this guy over here, who I'm not really getting a sense that like yes he's attractive, yes he certainly is, the Bobby Norman dude, yes he's attractive, but I was like is it what's happening here? I don't know. Or yesterday with the dude at the school, right? I felt there was an attraction, and at least there was a chemistry, and I felt something, right? But I wasn't gonna push for it because also like that's unprofessional. I don't want to shit where I eat. So then I was around for a little bit longer. He came back, and again there was like that. Okay, there's something like why are we meant to interact? There's an expectation around it, and so I was like, okay, well I guess I'll yeah, if you want me to, I'll do it. I'll just do it. Okay, fine, fine, fine. So I asked him out, and he didn't understand. I said, "Is it like, yeah, you want to hang out? Maybe do you want to go for a beer now or go get some food now?" And oh, maybe another time you and I can go out for a date, or I can take you out to dinner. We can take you out for whatever. We can just chill. And say, oh, maybe, or no, oh, I have a girlfriend. Sorry, rewind. Before that, I said, I don't know if I'm barking up the wrong tree with you, but da 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 da. Would you like to go for a date? It'd be a date between you and me. It'd be a date where two people go and somewhere on a date. Uh, huh? Huh? Oh, I have a girlfriend, and he let me down easily. It was fine, but I don't know. Like it was, I went against my instinct, and but they got to see it. They got to see me try and fail and get rejected, and then I don't know. There's this whole thing of we need to see it. We need to see you do it. We need to see that you can do it. We need to see how you react after you do it. Why? Why? You are the gatekeepers of my ascension, or my movement into maturity, into manhood, into person status. There's some things that are yours, and some things that I would welcome your help in, and there's some things that are exclusively mine. And boundaries are a big thing that are constantly being disrespected. So I fret and I stress and I go crazy over, okay, how do I get my life organized? And I'm talking calendar, work, uh, putting tasks in, getting all that stuff. And I come back, silence. If I started thinking about, oh, I want to get a vape, what is that? That doesn't make any sense. So I don't know. I don't know. I guess what I also I realized that I've because there's no victims, nobody's a victim, right? We take responsibility for everything. So I realized that I have let myself lapse into um, learned helplessness. Thank you, learned helplessness, and so knowing that I'm not going to get it, I don't ask to stop it. I don't ask to do something, or I don't ask to change. Because the last few times that I've asked, and the last few times before that, and the last few times before that, and then the times that I was screaming, stop, I insist, fuck you, leave me the fuck alone. Don't come anywhere near me. This is a boundary. And then the times before that where I was like, listen, we need to set up what is yours, what is mine, what is not, because I don't like this. And then the times before that when I was like, hey, listen, it's getting a bit too. So can you understand why it might have been like, okay, okay, just do whatever you're gonna do and do it the way you're gonna do it? Because I have no in this, and it's a double-edged sword because on the one hand, I've been challenged in ways that have made me, get out some of the gunk, or at least the fears, or the lies that I either was telling myself, or the things that I didn't know about myself. But if we rewind to the start of what the purpose was, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why we started this. I'm going along for the ride because I do think that there is value, but I didn't sign up for this. I didn't sign up for anything. I didn't agree to anything. I didn't join a program. I didn't join any sort of, you know, like retreat, or company or business, or treatment center. This just started. So that's me. That's my today. I probably gave you nothing of a complete picture, but just what was in my head and needed to come out. Good luck deciphering that.